Hello and welcome to Flop Tour FPL, everybody. And
Cut.
Flop Tour FPL.
Do it again.
Okay. Hello and welcome to top floor of our building.
Cut.
Nope. Okay. Sorry. Hello and welcome to top four FPL, everybody. Haha. We're back. Yes, wicked. We're back.
Yes, we're back, but don't know why I'm dancing. I shouldn't be dancing. I should be dancing way off into the distance with the Nico Williams getting me a -1. I was happy I was on 30 points, and then Nico Williams with a yellow card and Nottingham Forest losing 4-0 means I'm backed out at 29. Oh, they make me.
Really?
Oh,
I thought when you said you were going to walk out, it was because of the Liverpool result. I didn't even think in my mind that it might be
Don't
anything
even
to
go
do with
there.
Nottingham
We'll go
Forest.
there later on. Stick around. We're going to be going
Yeah.
to the Liverpool result. We're going to be going to the Manchester City, Manchester United result. And we're going to be talking about the Arsenal Spurs result as well as some other results. So stick around for that. But maybe we should have a catch up of what's been going on the past few weeks.
Right, well, let's look at the tables. Let's see what's happening.
The top four FPL league. Everyone FC has been at the top of the league for the last few weeks. Fantasy Fix has been
I'm on 12,
there or
12th
thereabouts.
place. No. I'm free falling like CEO now.
We are basically the Red Arrows this week. So
yeah, I've cleared my average of 50 points again this week, and I'm on 55. And can you notice something about my team?
You've changed your name.
Go on, read my
Thunderstrujk.
Thunderstrike. You can either be Thunderstrike or Thunderstruck. Rock and Roll was saying that if you have a good team name, it will help your team. And I believe that this team name helped my team this week. And 55, if I captained Haaland, I'd have had way more points than that. But obviously, I was targeted by Oscar Bunny. But I will thank you. Can we look at my team, Rock and Roll? Just can we have a look at my team?
Your team and say, before we have a look at your team, let's have a quick look at the best performer this week. Tom, Doozl, Daniel.
No, I don't accept that. I don't accept that.
Why not? What's not acceptable?
Everybody, literally everybody. I went through everybody's team in our league. Apart from us four, no word of a lie, every other manager in our league has captained Haaland, and that's not fair because half of his points is one player.
You could have captained Haaland. You got
no,
Haaland.
I couldn't because I was targeted by Oscar Bunny to make Sanchez captain because he spun the wheel. Yeah, because I have been targeted more than anyone else in this league. Everybody spin the wheel targets me, Sparky and Oscar. Only Rock and Roll didn't target me, but both of Oscar and I'm still beating all of you.
Let's have a quick look at how many people have got Haaland now. Still 82.3%. We'll check that in our next episode as well. I'm sure it's going to be closer to 90% in the not too distant future.
I mean, obviously, there's an obvious correlation between us and the fact that we've all got red arrows and we're the only ones without a green arrow or a grey arrow.
We're the only ones not.
So it's quite obvious which player is running the league right now. Yeah. Without captaining him, it looks like you don't stand a chance of winning the league. Because, I mean, look at this last team. Who is it? Bandleng FC. Most of them are ones and twos. Haaland basically got him. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah. This needs to be sorted with CEO's idea that he put out there a couple of episodes ago about thing changes, because this is just totally so uninteresting to me. So uninteresting.
Now I agree with that rule. I didn't agree when he first said it, but now I do agree with that rule. Yeah, I can see if you have to change your captain every week that you're not gonna, because it's just totally spoiled the game now, isn't it? It's like
absolutely
you have to buy Haaland or you're not going to have a chance, and you have to make him captain or you're not going to have a chance, and that just takes the whole fun out of the whole game.
During the rule change episode, we had a look at the top team overall out of the 10.5 million odd players that are in Fantasy Premier League. Mist FC, Christian Finland from Norway, is still number one, and this gentleman, I think it's a gentleman, has had Haaland captain every week since the first day of I mean, he's been managing the team, be fair dues. I mean, the only thing he hasn't been changing is his captain. He's had Haaland captain every single week since day one, and he's just made transfers in and out. That's the way you can basically play this game. That's the way you play this game. The way with the rules that are currently. When you've got an super anomaly like Haaland and Salah a couple of seasons ago, and Ronaldo a few seasons before that, everybody just keeps that same captain. Which player should? That doesn't make the game fun.
No, it's not fun. I totally agree.
And I don't even pick Manchester City players, so you know.
But then it's not even just Haaland, obviously, because look at the main three strikers. Obviously, this is always going to happen. But when people have always got the same three strikers at the moment, it's Kane, Gabriel, and I keep calling him Gabriel.
Kane, Jesus, and Haaland. Jesus, the main three.
And Kane, but most people have got the same strike force. So it's like all the same teams are exactly the same.
Yes.
So it's like who are you even competing against? It's like you're competing against yourself if you want to win.
So you changed your name to Thunderstruck.
Yes. Thunderstruck or Thunderstrike. You choose whichever one, or Thunderstrike.
So what made you pick Strike? Because I to be honest, I didn't even know this guy existed. Where did he come from, and what made you pick him?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Why don't you just have a guess? I mean, I've got a thing about 4.5 million players
to be able to fund your Haaland.
Yeah, I've got a thing about. I think I'm quite good at selecting the best of the cheap players, and Strike is one of them. And coming back to my Sanchez being the captain against Liverpool, they could have well taken that game, couldn't they? Because they were 2-0 up. That's the first point, but the second point is I want to thank you, Oscar. Thank you.
Because Sanchez has got a good name?
No, because the captain that I'd selected for this game's week was guess who?
Luis Diaz.
Yes, it was Sinistera. I had him as captain this game's week, and you made me change it to Sanchez, so thanks.
You weren't going to captain Sinistera.
Brilliant. It worked in my favor because 100% I knew everyone.
You're very welcome. I thought I'd sort you out.
Well, one point, we keep talking about the episode with the FPL rule changes that we recommend, and check out that episode. It's in the description below and in our videos page. But if some of those rules, Sparky had a rule change that he recommended for tackles 1, etc. If those rules were implemented, Saliba would have got an incredible amount of points this week because he ran that game on Saturday against Spurs. In defence, he was amazing. Going down the list, Nunez theory. We have to go down the list. We started from mid-table going down. Nunez theory. Do you want to say anything about how you performed this week? Any special mentions? Trippier?
There's not really anything to mention. I thought I'd do a bit of differentius with Sterling. I was quite sure he would do something but you're always sure, aren't you, when you pick your captain and then something happens and nothing happens. So Sterling completely let me down. I thought that was going to be the one that get me. I thought he'd get 2 goals. I don't know. I had it in my heart, but he didn't. He got
Sorry
nothing.
about that.
Yeah. Again, going back to the Trippier thing. Yeah, he got subbed off just before Newcastle. I knew Newcastle were going to let in a goal because they were like 4-0 up. And I was speaking to a Bunny during the game, and I was like, "It's all good, but Trippier hasn't done anything. He's going to let in a goal."
You were speaking to a Bunny or speaking to Bunny?
I was just a Bunny.
All right,
a Bunny.
You wanted to make
one underneath you.
And luckily Trippier got substituted, but I still had Pope in goal, so obviously,
right.
And so that took a hit there. I'm not happy.
I think every single one of us was below the average of 60. All of us were below the average of 60 points.
64,
and that's, I mean, obviously Haaland's performance, absolutely mental performance against Manchester United made the average point high. I think that's the highest average points ever. I mean, it'd be interesting. Maybe we should tweet the FPL.
Haaland is in a different class of a player. He's like in a super class. He's like a super class of player. Like, he'd be even Messi would have a hard time with Haaland.
I mean, can I make a comment on Haaland? Haaland is evidently a beast, but when you see the way people defend against him, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I think I'm better than I am at football, right? Did you see the game? Well, obviously, I'm sure most people saw the game.
Yeah, of course, about 3 or 4 times. Yeah,
they completely lost track. They weren't even looking at Haaland.
They were looking at Haaland. That's the whole problem.
They didn't jump for the ball for the corner. They didn't jump. That was one. For the second goal, he drifted between 2 defenders and no one thought stand in front of him. Like, he's getting so much time. He's getting so much space. Yes, he's good. Yes, he's gonna score goals for sure. But like a hat trick every 3 games. Come on.
That's it. That's
very
it.
good.
That's it. I'm selling hard.
Very good.
I've had enough. I don't want to
I
hear
just
about
don't
it.
think. Bottom line is, I don't think defenders are defending him the way they could, and stopping him from getting a hat trick every other game. Like, I think that's a possibility.
Shall I tell you what I think happened there? I think they're also aware of Haaland, that all the other players, not Haaland, Haaland's not the one getting the space. It's everybody else is left with acres of space in front of them because they're so worried about Haaland. You've got 2 centre backs looking at Haaland like, don't let him move. And while they're looking at Haaland, you've got De Bruyne coming with like flipping 10 yards of space in front of him, like just carrying the ball freely. It's like, there you go.
Yeah.
It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a goal. And then they start panicking. And then one of the defenders starts drifting off to the player that's got acres of space going, oh, shit, we left this open. As soon as he moves and then the ball's played to Haaland's either bam in the goal or Haaland will square it to someone else. Haaland gets assists as well. He's not a greedy player that has to shoot as well. He'll come to him, you'll see someone else in the bet and he'll lay it off. That's why he's so brilliant. He's just so intelligent. Yeah.
Top Hopping Hammers has got Haaland in his team, and he scored more than half of your points, Bunny.
He did. If it was
23 points, and you're on 45.
If it wasn't for him, I would have done as bad as you did. See,
Yeah. But Haaland, you've got less than I did, probably.
No, because I would have had someone else in place of Haaland.
Yeah, Martin.
So that would have made up the points. I would have had as bad as you. Darwin Nunez. I'm going to hint you guys now. I'm getting rid of him. I've got rid of him for next week. I've had it. I'm done.
Okay.
His theory is established. He is over.
I'll tell you what, and this might cause a bit of a, I don't know, controversy. What Jesus obviously got in my team, and maybe quickly have a look at my team in a moment. Not much to look at with 29 points, but
there's loads to look at in your team.
Yeah, Jesus, what he did after he scored, that bugged me. But I'm of the Brian Clough school of thought when it comes to football. I know we live in a different age, but he scored, and London Derby, you scored, you go mad, you go mental. But then he goes to the corner and starts posing like this and doing this and looking at the crowd.
Yeah, that was irritating.
What are you doing? What are you doing? It's like when we used to have a player, what was his name? He used to change his hair color every week. Cisse, Gabriel Cisse, Jibril Cisse. Different hair color every week. Blue one week, red next week. Shaved it off one week, and then maybe does a yellow in the middle. What are you doing? Are you concentrating on your hair, or are you concentrating on football?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a quick look at how many people have still got Salah. Should be interesting.
32.9%.
Flipping heck.
That just goes to show how much faith we have in Salah between us, isn't it?
That's like almost exactly a third of all fantasy league players have got Salah still.
Now let's check how many teams from Egypt are in the fantasy Premier League.
I don't think I've actually owned Salah this season. I think for the first time,
you're probably the only one that hasn't, because every other defender has.
Hang on, can I point out something?
No.
This is CEO. Is this your team?
Yeah, I don't know why I was going to say let's just like trash my team, but go ahead.
Right. Okay.
You've lost 8 points in the transfers as well.
What?
I didn't.
Yeah, go up. There. You got,
yes. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Painful.
How did you forget that?
So you got 21
you're
points.
21 points this week. Literally, you're destroying yourself. You're giving yourself an 8-point hit and leaving Trossard on the bench. Never leave Trossard on the bench. Like, ever. Guys, if you have Trossard in your team, do not ever either don't have him in your team or don't bench him. Trossard.
Don't leave him out. Don't
all my faith in Mason Mount. He's going to score one day. He is. He's going to score.
Why?
The thing is with Mason Mount, he hasn't scored this season. I don't think. Has he scored yet?
Exactly.
He scored one.
I think he has. Maybe one.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't scored.
He hasn't.
No, he hasn't got a goal.
He's got one assist. And
he got one assist. Yeah.
I've had him since the beginning of the season. He's gone down from 8 million down to 7.6. So much like with people investing in Bitcoin, I don't want to lose money on it. So I'm waiting for a hat trick. And then everybody jumps on the bandwagon. and then I'm going to sell him.
Believe me, there won't be a Mason Mount bandwagon anytime soon. There won't be.
Let's have people got him. 3.4%. Excellent. We're exclusive.
Wow. Yeah.
So have you guys made your transfers yet? By any chance?
Well, I normally do. I
Yes.
can't normally wait, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Have I made them? I'm going to have to check.
Well, I've made mine. Let's just have a quick look. I haven't done, nothing major. Actually, I'm going for it is quite major. I've transferred Skamaka back in again.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
What a player. What a goal.
He scored this
That was a
week.
great goal.
And he's scoring. Yeah, he will. And I've captained him. I need a differential because I'm not having any Man City players here. So I've got him captained against Fulham at home. So that's my main change here. I'm not sure if Kulusevski will play. He's got a hamstring injury. So I'm waiting till the last minute to see whether I should play him or not. But yeah, I think let's transfer him out and put Mount in.
Yeah, Kulusevski won't play. If it's darker than yellow, then normally they don't play.
I definitely need to get Williams out because he's getting on my bloody tits. So
Nico Williams. Yeah.
It really did actually make me
yeah.
wonder at the beginning of the season why everyone went for Nico Williams. And
Because he was 4 million. That was the only reason I bought him. So it would give me more money to spend for everyone else.
well,
Probably.
this is what I'm going to do here. I want to play a 3-3-4. I can play 3-3-4. Which midfielder do I take out?
I'd take
Well,
out Martinelli
yes.
against Liverpool.
Martinelli always does well against Liverpool.
Why do you want to take a
Liverpool.
midfielder off? I think your team is fine as it is right now.
Because I've got Gabriel. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
You don't want Gabriel to come on because then you'll be cheering for him when he scores against Liverpool.
No, I'm not going to cheer for him, but
You can cheer for
You
Martinelli.
want Liverpool to score.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to
You
swap
want-
him with Williams. There you go. I'm going to do that. That's it. Sparky, let's
That's,
have a look at your team.
that's not bad.
Come on
that
then.
team's actually all right for this week.
My transfer is highly uninteresting. As who was it? Van Doozl. As Van Doozl pointed out, he's fed up of Perisic. I'm fed up of Perisic. So who did I get rid of? Perisic.
You
I
got
bought it.
Toto.
Yeah.
I bought in James for
That was a good move.
Perisic, and that was my one transfer. The only thing is now, because I'm still suffering a hangover from my wild card week, I'm not really looking forward to this. There was not much I could do without taking a hit. And at this point where I am in the league with all the red arrows aimed at my face, I can't afford to take more points. So so I bought in James. I'm forcing myself to play like a 3. I've even taken Darwin off because Firmino's probably going to start again, evidently. There's no chance he's going to drop Salah. And Darwin's probably only going to come on in the fucking 91st minute or something stupid like that. So he's not going to do anything.
Right.
But I do believe Liverpool will score. I think Diaz will probably score against Arsenal or something, get involved.
Yeah.
That's why I've kept Zinchenko off for this one. And Martinelli does well. He gives Liverpool problems usually. So
Right.
we'll see.
I'd make James captain against Wolves.
Yeah,
Go
me
for
too.
some kind of differential because he hasn't scored for a few weeks, and
Right.
he normally, he's only scored.
Yeah, but do you know why I didn't? There's a specific reason why I didn't.
Because Sterling will get score too.
May not play.
No, Diego Costa.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be very good for Wolves. I have
he
a very
looked
good
very
feeling. And I
strong.
was thinking about bringing him in to my team for Darwin, but I couldn't do it because my team's named after Darwin, so I couldn't really leave him off. So it's a bit of an emotional thing there. But I think Diego Costa's going to be very good.
No, he's very strong. For the last bit of the game where he came on, he looked like proper strong,
exactly.
Man. He looked really good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
He's a
Wolves,
So that's why I didn't make James my captain.
Wolves sacked Bruno Mars this week. So
Oh yeah, Bruno Mars is gone. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
yeah.
Anyway, he was a rubbish manager anyway. I reckon Craig David was better. Probably Craig David's better than him. Yeah.
So Bunny, do you want to talk us through what you've done this week for the game week?
I've got rid of the Darwinians and brought in a Bamyang in his place.
Bamyang.
Bamyang.
You've straight out
Sorry?
Nothing. I was forget that.
captained him straight away against Wolves. I suppose that's one thing.
Yeah.
Ward always seemed to do well against Chelsea. But I think, if I remember correctly, I mean, obviously you're not a Chelsea
Well,
scorer.
Diego Costa's playing against his old club.
Bamyang had his first game against them, Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace is not an easy team, and he scored. I don't think there's a lot of people that have got Bamyang. Can you check how many people he's got him right now?
And it was an amazing goal as well. He just like turned like a blind
goal,
turn.
Only 1.2% of people have got him.
What's his price?
His price is 9 million, I think it was.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to anyone that wants to swap him for Haaland or Kane.
Exactly. So, but I've also bought in Foden.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will bring in Foden this week after his display this weekend. And this is going to be a knee jerk for most of the fantasy league managers. Foden.
How many people have got Foden? Can you click on him in a minute? Because there wasn't
6
many
people, I think, have got him.
6 people.
You've only 10% have got Foden, which is good.
The thing with Foden is the risk with any Man City player, especially in midfield, is them not being played because of the depth of their squad. So playing 1 week and not playing the next week.
Yeah,
Foden's making his place now. He's scoring lots of goals. He's making his mark to be able to keep that spot.
Yeah, I think he'll outscore Billing definitely. Yeah. And Aronson, I reckon.
And Foden's.
And McAllister. I think Foden out of all your midfielders is probably going to be the highest scoring midfielder by the end of the season out of all these 4.
I love the way you're so confident, but yet so not right. Anyway,
I don't know what that means.
Confident, but you're wrong.
So you're going to think Billing will outscore Foden for the whole season, do you?
No, Billing will still do very well. You said they're not going to do very well.
Okay,
I think he will do well.
VAR check, please. On what
I'm standing by Aronson as well. I'm still standing by him. And I've still got Aronson.
All this time.
Yeah.
I've had him since day one, and I don't know why. I think when he starts sparking, he's going to start sparking. He's going to smoke. I'm waiting for that day.
In terms of,
he's going to get high smoking.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I must say you've got an original team, Oscar Bunny. I mean, there's not many managers that will stay with Billing and Aronson throughout the whole season, but it seems like you've been doing that after 9 games weeks.
Yeah, and I'm still not far behind you in the league, and I'll still catch you up. Don't worry.
Oh, you're pretty far behind me, I would say.
Nah, only like 20, 30 points. What, 30
really?
points?
Is that all that's between us?
Yeah, not much.
So, Doozl, have you made your transfers? Should we have a look at your team?
Have I made my transfers? I can't remember. I know I wanted to make a transfer, but
Doozl don't wait around.
Always the same thing. My team is like so well picked that I don't ever need to make transfers, and it comes to the end of the week, and I look and I want to make a transfer because I just want to do something, and it's like, well, it doesn't make any sense for me to make any transfers. I mean, who could I add to this team that's going to make this team more like productive?
Well,
can I see the subs bench?
You played the other week. So last week's team wasn't. You said you loved your team last week, so it was a free hit.
Oh, look! Can you guess then who my substitution is here?
Silva, no.
Gross.
No, I had Gross already.
Strujk.
Xhaka, of course it's Xhaka.
Yeah, Granit Xhaka. I've gone for the midfielder in Arsenal that everyone.
Yeah, just because he scored last time, you think he's going to do it again.
Yeah, but it's not the only goals he scored. If you look at his performance now, he's up there, in the performance chart. So
two
let's have a look. His form is a 9 and 5, so he's got 14 in the last 2, and he's also got a 12-point game week and a 6-point game week. So he's in there, and at 5 million, do you not think that is an absolute bargain of a bargain bias? 5 million,
form, man. He's been playing well recently as well. That's the main thing. Yeah,
he's cheaper than Gross. How can you not buy him? It's like that. I just looked at him and I thought, do you know why I buy these players? Because I take out a player and get
because you like their names.
No, I swap a more expensive player for a cheaper player to stick money in the bank. Because actually, what I'm doing now, if this is a tactic called saving up, when you save up, yeah. It's called saving up. So when you save up, after 2-3 weeks, you're able to buy the most expensive player. So the player I'm aiming for at the moment. So those are tactics for managers that when you're watching this, if you want to buy a more expensive player, you don't have to take a hit all at once. Take a couple of weeks, sell an expensive player, buy a cheaper player. The more money you can save, the better. And I'm going to buy Reboyna. the brain.
De
I'm going to buy the
Bruyne.
brain of Man City. And I'm going to bring him into my team. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this, basically. I've had 2 weeks of cheap substitutions just to buy the brain.
De Bruyne.
Now I'm jealous because every week, De Bruyne is at least getting 2 assists, even if he doesn't score. So, I need him in my team. And De Bruyne, Haaland.
Just to buy De Bruyne just when he gets injured. This is what are you doing?
What, is he injured now? Is he injured?
But that usually happens with De Bruyne. He's a bit of a sick note. He'll have a few.
Well, it doesn't matter then, but at least I'll have money in the bank. If I can't afford De Bruyne, then I can buy Salah. I can buy Sterling. It's not that I'd want to buy Sterling, but I'm just saying, I can basically I've got money in the bank now, so I can buy anyone. That's why I do this keep player substitutions and players like Xhaka, as you can see, with 9 points this week and 5 points last week. I'm not really losing anything because I transferred him out and Odegaard out, and Odegaard is on yellow, so he's maybe he will play, maybe he won't, and he's even not started in the last couple of weeks, and the captain's armband was worn by Xhaka, I believe.
If you remember a few weeks ago, we mentioned if Arsenal could come back from having lost their first game against Manchester United and put in a performance against Brentford, that's a marker. And they put in a brilliant performance against Spurs on Saturday.
Yeah.
And if they can do another performance against Liverpool, I mean, they're already there. They're obviously one of the challenges for the title now. You can't take that away from them. But that puts another huge marker in there. But will they do it?
Liverpool are in a situation now where they have to win. They have to. I'm an Arsenal supporter. I don't want Arsenal to lose, but I'm just being, I don't know, logical or rational. Like my mind would think, like at this stage where Liverpool are in the league, if they don't win this, they'll be closer to the bottom than they will to the top, and it's not a good look. I mean, yeah.
I think Liverpool have lost their confidence that they had from last year. It's gone. It's not there anymore. Salah's lost his confidence. Firmino's gained confidence, funny enough. So Firmino's been scoring.
Good option now, Firmino.
Firmino's a good option. If Liverpool can gain that confidence from last year, I don't think Arsenal stand a chance. But if they play anything like they did against Brighton, I can see Arsenal demolishing Liverpool, like annihilating them.
You might see the negatives in that game, but I actually saw the positives for Liverpool, because when it was 2-0 down, we all thought, oh my gosh, Liverpool are going to lose this, but they didn't, and that's what champions do.
You're talking about confidence. I mean, at the end of the day, if Liverpool get their confidence back, Arsenal are on probably the most confident team apart from Manchester City, so it kind of levels it out. I think this has got draw written all over it, but I don't know, Sparky, what are you saying?
Right, Hart says logically Liverpool have forever been a bogey team for Arsenal for as long as I remember, other than the odd game that Arsenal have taken. So my heart says Liverpool are going to rise to this occasion, but then my head is saying we're away to Arsenal, who are completely on form, and Arsenal, heart is saying it's going to be a draw and at best for Liverpool. And my head is saying we're going to get thrashed.
Can I predict the score, even being an Arsenal
Yes,
support?
please. Let's do it. Scores.
I'm going to predict the score. I think this is going to be one of those 4-2 games.
2.
And I'm going to give it to Liverpool. The only reason being that I don't think Liverpool are going to take another loss. I think they've just lost too much to actually have that luxury of being able to lose again. I don't think they've
fair play, but they're just terrible. They don't look like they're improving. That's my point. Yeah. So I'm going to go with my heart. Okay. I'm going to say 2-2.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3-2 to Liverpool.
I'll say 1-1, but definitely there's no way that we're going to switch from being as bad as we are to going beating Arsenal.
Exactly,
the Emirates. Not going to happen. They neutralised Luis Diaz last season, and they're going to do exactly the same again this season. Luis Diaz was on a high when he went there, and we played there, and they basically took him out of the game. Well, not in a, took him out. But, took him out
4-2 to Arsenal.
Yeah. So
I've changed it.
And then possibly another Haaland hat-trick against Southampton.
Yeah, another Haaland hat trick probably. It's going to be
not a hat-trick.
ridiculous.
He's going to score 4. He's going to score
Yeah.
4 against
Yeah.
Southampton.
No, I'm going to
All
make
right.
him captain this week, and I don't care if he doesn't score because I know that everybody in the league is going to make him captain. So it's just going to basically cancel out the Haaland factor for everybody. Yeah, because I'm going to have him
Differentials come
captain
into
no matter
play.
what happens. There's not going to be neither here nor there whether Haaland scores because everyone's going to.
I might have to do that as well, just to play the game,
Yeah,
just to be in it with a chance.
Play the game.
yeah.
Made a game. And then we've got the two Evertons playing each other. Everton versus Manchester United at Everton.
The two Evertons.
They're basically both
dude.
Everton, but one of them's blue and one of them's red, but they're basically both Everton.
Well, Man United will beat Everton. I don't think Man United are that bad. I think
They did
Everton,
last season when they should have. Anyway.
I think Everton are that bad, even though they won this week, didn't they, Everton? Yeah.
For the last few weeks, Everton, I think, have been steady, if I remember correctly. Memory is terrible, but they've been steady and they haven't been self-destructing like they were at the beginning of the season. So with that in mind, I'm still going to say that they're going to get beaten. It'll probably be like 2-1. 2-1 Man U.
Man United will win. And Everton, literally, I don't think any fantasy league managers have got Everton players at all this season. It's like not even one. Can you think of any Everton players? McNeil.
Gray is a
Connor
very good player.
Cody. Actually, Anthony
Connor
Gordon
Cody
is really
scored.
good.
He scored
Gordon's
this
really
week.
good.
Yeah, Cody scored his first goal for Everton, and Gordon is a sought-after player, but he's still young, and he's not really that kind of player who's going to score hat tricks every week.
Well,
No,
Anthony
not
Gordon-
hat tricks, but he's got tenacity, man. He's got
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got
he's
fire. Like
he's a bright
he wants
young
to play
spark,
like a
yeah.
schoolboy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he wants
yeah.
to play.
He is, yeah.
He's like that.
Anthony
Got Man
Gordon
City.
is an Anthony, so he could be harvested.
He's another Anthony taken to Man United, yeah. But Anthony for Man United saying, Anthony, wow, what a scorcher he scored this week. That
Yeah.
guy is just a
Good
player,
goal.
man.
Yeah,
Good
he's on the
goal.
wrong team.
Yeah,
He got lucky.
Man
He
United,
should be at Man City.
I think will beat Everton. Even if it's 2-2, I think Man United will beat Everton 2-2, I reckon.
Yeah, one of the things that I don't want to say it, but this is like kind of the banter side of things.
Man United will win 2-2, yeah.
Man United fans are protesting the Glazers, but the Glazers don't own Man United. Manchester City do. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to like in our subscribe box and bell the things on the side, and like if we like you, we'll comment on you. See.